Welcome back to Year 9 Chemistry. This is Week 1, Session 3, Mixtures and Choosing Separation Methods. Seawater, ink, air, a salad. Most of the matter around you is not pure. It is mixed. Today you will learn what makes a mixture different from a pure substance and how chemists pick exactly the right technique to unmix it. Let's get started. 4 goals for this session. First, distinguish pure substances from mixtures. Second, explain why mixtures can be separated physically. Third, choose a separation method from the relevant physical properties. And fourth, plan a logical sequence when a mixture has several components. A pure substance contains one element, or one compound, only. Its composition is fixed. A mixture contains 2 or more substances that are not chemically bonded to one another, and the proportions can vary. Here is the key idea for the exam. Because the components are not chemically bonded, each one keeps its own physical properties. That is exactly why mixtures can be separated physically. And remember, separation does not create new substances. It just rearranges where the existing substances are found. So which differences can we exploit? 5 useful ones. A difference in particle size, a difference in solubility, a difference in boiling point, magnetic behavior, and different attractions to a solvent or to a stationary material like paper. Every separation technique you will ever use works because of one of these differences. Let's match the mixture to the method. Sand and water. The sand is insoluble and its grains are larger than the pores in filter paper, so we filter. A salt solution. Water is volatile, salt is not, so we evaporate or crystallize. Ethanol and water. Different boiling points, so we use fractional distillation. Food dyes. Different attractions to paper and solvent, so chromatography. Iron and sulfur. Iron is magnetic, so a magnet. Here is the golden rule. Naming the method is never enough. Always state the physical property that makes it work. One of these deserves a closer look because it is a favorite exam question. Why does simple distillation separate water from salt solution? Because water is volatile, it evaporates and can be condensed, while the dissolved salt is non-volatile and stays behind. It is not because salt is magnetic. It is not because water has larger particles. It is the difference in volatility. That is the property doing the work. Now the classic multi-step problem. Separate a mixture of iron filings, sand, and salt. Here is a sensible sequence. Step 1. Use a magnet to remove the iron filings. Step 2. Add water so the salt dissolves but the sand does not. Step 3. Filter. The sand stays on the paper as the residue. Step 4. Evaporate some water, then cool the concentrated solution, and the salt crystallizes. 4 steps, and each one uses a different physical property. And order matters. Suppose you evaporated first. The water disappears, but the sand and salt remain mixed, and you are back where you started. Filtering first, then using the magnet on the filtrate also fails because the iron never reaches the filtrate. So before you write a method, ask, what does each step actually leave behind? When you write a method, use this 4-part frame. Action, what you do. Apparatus, what you use. Observation or product, what is collected. And reason, which physical property allows the separation. For example, pour the mixture through filter paper in a funnel. The insoluble sand remains as the residue, while the salt solution passes through as the filtrate. Action, apparatus, product, and reason, all in 2 sentences. Quick check. Question 1. What property lets filtration separate sand from salt solution? Pause and answer. The sand is insoluble and its particles are too large for the filter pores. Question 2. Which method removes iron filings from sand? A magnet, because iron is magnetic. Your recap. Pure substances contain one element or compound. Mixtures are not chemically bonded, so each component keeps its own properties. Choose the technique from the property difference. And for multi-step mixtures, plan the order carefully. Next session, filtration, evaporation, and crystallization in detail. For the full course, with practice questions and the final exam, visit www.browsertoexam.com. See you there!